Okay. Hello, folks. Oh, I didn't put my headphones in, which probably would make sense for me to do, so I can hear all of you. Oh, I hear no one. How's it going today, folks? Happy coming up to the solstice. Super excited for that, and to know that like the sun is coming out more and more. So yeah. Oh, there we go. I think we're connected. Sweet. So if you're new here, welcome. Those of you returning back, super happy to have you here again. Usually we do some card pulls and rune pulls and all that good stuff on these calls. And I was kind of thinking let's like maybe hone into the energy of like the solstice, but also what is it that you're intending to bring forward into the next half of this year until like the winter solstice. So just, yeah, let's start. If you would like a card pulled or anything like that, you can let me know in the comments section. And we'll do a little bit of a grounding kind of centering practice right now just to bring everyone here and to hold up any prayers. So if there are any other prayers or anything people are seeking, I saw a message here from Kali Moon, which I did respond for her grandmother. So, you know, maybe there's someone that you would like to have some healing energy sent or to just hold up. This is that opportunity for us to do that here together, because when two or more gather, there's like just a really potent opportunity for our prayers and our intentions to be taken into the universe. So wherever you are right now, hi Micah, yeah, just invite you to find yourself in just a moment of stillness. And so whether your eyes are opened or closed, just beginning to notice the breath, that rise and the fall of belly and chest, each inhale and each exhale. Just allowing the shoulders to relax, for you to just really fall deeper into the place in which you find yourself sitting or laying down. Allowing the shoulders to move even deeper, just relaxing any of those stressors or burdens from that part of your body. I invite you now to imagine a beam of light going from wherever it is that you're sitting, wherever location you find yourself. Let it just beam up high into the sky. So beaming past the rooftop, beaming up past the skyline, all the way out into the universe. And as you continue to envision that, just noticing all the other lights beaming from around the globe. You are all lights, light workers, guides, healers, however you want to refer to yourself. There's a reason that you're here. There's a reason that we've all connected, and we're going to continue to be that grid of light on this earth. So just noticing the other light beams wherever it is that you are. And we're going to, from these light beams, just send out light, send out love. Whatever frequency, whether it's compassion, acceptance, connection, just beaming out any of that energy out into the world, out into the cosmos. knowing that you are also being touched by each other person's light beam, and that it's also resonating all the way back into your own. And so if there are any prayers or any people that you feel you'd like to send also out to the light, to receive the light, just inviting that now, sending it to those that left messages here. To Kali's grandmother, Wanda, in Washington. To whoever else. And just like the sun is going to be at its brightest point in the night sky in just a couple days on the solstice, we too can beam the light of the sun, our own eternal flames. And so as you go through your week this week, may you remember that source of light that you are. Just awakening those rememberings of your gifts, of your talents, your unique way of being on this planet at this time, and all the memories that come from past lives, other lifetimes, which you have done the same thing, that you may remember and easily tap into those gifts. And so wherever you are, just beginning to come back to your space, just bringing awareness to the body here. And yeah, we'll go through some cards. So I see Micah there. I see lots of people here. Hello, welcome. Yeah, if you'd like a cards pulled, because you all know I do multiple cards, you can for sure just let me know in the comments. But we'll start with you, Micah. Hi, TNM. Yes, yeah. Yeah, welcome, folks. Thanks for being here. Nice to see you. Okay, Micah, let's see. Especially as, like I said, what energies want to show up for the solstice for you. So we have renewal, which is a root chakra card. I'll show you here. I've kind of reset up my space, so bear with me as we go through this new way of being. But we have renewal. Oh, there we go. Ooh, that's a very solstice-y card, isn't it? Oh my goodness. And I'm seeing in this card for you, Micah, like how the sun legit is at your back. And maybe you've been through this transition for a little while, but the sun has always been there. I'm seeing on the left side of this goddess here, she has like kind of like the fall, the dying really is what I'm seeing. And then on the right side is the opportunity for new growth. But it all comes from, it all stems from an internal awakening that's happened, like the blooming of like a spiritual sort of emergence, where you have really been able to connect to that light within yourself, knowing that you are that. And you have the power of death and birth and creation and destruction. And it's about all those things. We have labyrinth, a transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration, enlightenment. Yeah, okay, there we go. Oh, hi everyone. I'm seeing hi Dora King, DMA. Oh, hello, Blue Rose Energy. For sure. Yeah, we will pull some cards and runes for folks. Micah, yeah, this labyrinth energy. Oh, trying to make it more clear. The labyrinth really is like that spiral, that reminder of what goes in also has to come out. So I'm seeing this kind of like cyclical aspect If you have access to go into a labyrinth, I would definitely recommend that. Let's pull one of these tarot cards. I think that, you know, if you've ever walked into a labyrinth, you like start on the outside and you set your intention or what it is that you maybe want to understand about a situation. And when you come back, you walk in and you do your like kind of walking meditation. And when you come back out, you have these new understandings about yourself, whether right in the moment or as time goes. Okay, well, we got two cards here. The Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. Wow, very fascinating. Like both the cards so far with like, I mean, with the one with the Queen of Pentacles and the Renewal card, both have a lot of red, have that whole concept of the sun, something about the material and whatever's being birthed. So where you've been like kind of transitioning from currently, a lot of it has to do with like your awakening of like, yeah, you're being kind of encouraged to like explore the spiritual so that you can bring forth more of the material. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting the sense of here. And to remember that sometimes, even though people might say like, oh, a spiritual person wouldn't be so caught up in the material world or whatever, it's important to know that, like, I mean, God created the material world. So why beat oneself up about it? You know, when we can like really tap into both aspects of this reality that we live in, then like it can be a blessing for more and more people. We don't have to keep it all to the self. So I'm really getting the sense of that for you. And also reminding that like, and this is a term that was coming up for, giving is receiving. They're all one and the same. Micah, like, you know, so when you can learn to give with open heart, knowing that it's also receiving in a way, the person's receiving, you're receiving in other ways as well. It can, the cycle that I'm talking, the cycle can continue. But whatever this journey has been for you, it's been a lot of like learning around that. So we'll get a rune. I can't even make this shit up. Day gas. So it's like the dawning of the new day. Like, oh my gosh, I find that fascinating. It's like legit you in this state. That's really exciting. So enjoy it, and like enjoy the fact that the solstice can bring out is like kind of like the bookmark or the chapter marking for you of entering into that new like state of wherever you've been coming from that maybe seemed like a lot of death, a lot of restriction, and like holding onto out of a desire to be safe or whatever the case might be. If you can, though, I definitely would encourage you to walk through the labyrinth. Find a labyrinth. They're usually in different places in the cities, or honestly, you just go and like walk in like a kind of spiral or circle-y sort of way. And I will just hold this rune up for you again too. If you want to remember that rune, Degas. You're coming out like rebirthed. That's cool. Anyways, okay. Well, I hope that makes sense. Thank you. Oh, so fun. Oops, I'm moving my whole thing. Okay. Thanks for being here. Now let us see. Scrolling up. TNM. Yes, hello. Okay, well, yeah, we'll get a card for you. And then it looks like Dora King, DMA, Blue Rose. Okay. TNM, let's see. So yeah, I mean, remember like these readings, when we do card readings, like I don't really think it's like anything separate for us. Like we all kind of are part of the same collective. We're all here in the same space. So you might not even want a card. You might just be listening or watching, and that's totally cool too. Interesting. TNM, don't you like always with the same? Okay, oh my God. Okay, we have the Lovers and we have the Devil. And we have the High Priestess. So I'm just going to show you this. And I could be wrong because like people are coming here often, and then I get confused as to who's who. So forgive me if I'm saying it was you last time and it's not. But anyways, this is so fascinating to me. Okay, we have kind of like the light and the shadow aspects of this. Okay, what I'm seeing with this is like these are two options moving forward on the solstice. You can have complete interdependent relationship and love, which is representative of like relationships with like a man or a woman, kind of like a partner. Or you could have the devil, which is like the kind of unhealthy, addictive, toxic, codependent way of being in relationship. You see the two, basically the same two individuals, like tied to this block in the center. And it's karmic. It's karmic, the block, this black block being like Saturn, being kind of like the teacher energy. And they are stuck, but they're not really stuck. They just have to lift the like nooses off their neck, which if you can see the noose around their neck, the chains are not really tight. Okay. So it's just a false sense of attachment. It's a false sense of being stuck. And then the thing that I find interesting is that we have the high priestess, TNM, where it's like, the priestess, the individual here, in this case, is this woman who is wise, who has learned about spirituality, is between the two pillars, the black and the white. Same kind of thing, the black, the white. Okay. Some people would identify like the left-hand path as like the devil, Satanism, Luciferianism, whatever. And then we have the white. But ultimately what it's about is about finding balance in both of those worlds. 8. Yeah, it's really about finding balance. So TNM, like, maybe these are like the two choices or options that you're thinking. The encouragement here for you to go inside of yourself. If you are someone that grew up with like Christianity or religion, at the center of the heart space is technically like the Jesus consciousness, Christ consciousness energy. There might be a lot to like contribute to your life from that. Okay, not getting caught up in the dogmatic stuff about it. Okay. Yeah, okay. Now these. So the encourage, yeah, that's interesting. Why I'm just seeing like the cross, and this is not necessarily a cross with the Naldives, but it's like something like a crossroads. There's a cutting that happens. It's again the choice. So cutting away from anything from the past, any views you have of, oh, it's like this, or I've been like this, or I'd like it to be a certain way, just letting all those ideas like be cut away. So now these. Hi, Andrew. Yes, of course, we can get you a reading. Yeah, and I appreciate it, you being here, Tiana. I'm sorry, just seeing the comments now. It's good to have people come back as many times as you wish. I love it. This is how we like build community. My twin flame always falling back. Yeah. Okay. Oh God. Yeah, the totally so cutting away. It's like it's hard. I don't know what to tell you. It's hard. I'd like to say it's easy to cut away from those types of unhealthy relationships, but it takes a lot of courage. So what areas in your life do bring you expansion, TNM? And I'm thinking too, like from a spiritual standpoint, again, there's something about the blue now, seeing the blue, it might not be so visible in her gown here, but the blue with the throat chakra here, as well as like what actually adds. And I think if I can speak from like personal experience, when it comes to like those type of unhealthy relationships, when you spend time with someone, like if you feel smaller, or if you feel like drained or whatever the case might be, then like that's probably not really like the relationships you want to add. And it doesn't mean to say that every relationship's always, that our relationships aren't going to have a sense of like, oh, right? Like sometimes you might have to learn things. But if it's not really adding to expansiveness in your life, and you're feeling smaller after and disconnected from spirit, then I would definitely recommend like considering cutting it, you know. And cutting it can start as small as like just not reaching out to that person as much. If you feel like you want to reach out, then cut away, like pull energy out of your body. Do something different. And it's the other card here is the festival. Creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. So who else can you hang out with that does bring expansiveness? Just sending this image here. There are friends, there are people or other experiences. It might even be a festival itself. Maybe you're being invited to. How can you go to those things? And instead of focusing on everyone else or other externals, focus instead on yourself and that connection with spirit. That's going to lead to more expansiveness. I feel like that's really all I have to say about that. So any energies attached to being able to speak and say no, we're just going to ask the angels to pull that, cut it from wherever so that you have a bit more freedom to speak your truth. And how fascinating the cards will pull out like that, the black and the white, that balance. I think that's really interesting. I definitely don't with him. It's like inner conflict from a history of abuse and other traumas. He's frustrated because I keep running away. Yeah, if he adds to the feelings of expansiveness and you're feeling the past, then what things from your past and what stories from the past can you cut away from? Yeah, for sure. Well, I appreciate you sharing that, TNM. Thanks for being here again. And allow yourself this time in the next 6 months to really just be with you, you know, like to direct the energy on you, which will then allow you to also put more positive energy into like relationships that want to be built. Yeah. Anyways, hope that resonates. Okay. Dora King, hello. Yeah, let's do card. Okay. Let's start with this. For the next 6 months or whatever, this solstice energy. Oh, these cards are so fun. I like how they're just shaped differently. Let me go with the rectangle. Perseverance. The motivation to keep going despite the odds. You know what? Sometimes we can like be working on projects or have certain like things that we'd like to complete, and it seems like we've been completing them forever, and that's annoying. The reminder for you to just keep on keeping on. Like, let's see what here can be like an encouragement for you. You know, because I can say that, but then to do it is like not so easy. So we have grief with the heart chakra. Oh, that's a sad card. Sorry. So if you've gone through grief, is it dissipating? If you have gone through a loss, Story King, can you trust that all those feelings of grief, of sadness, of the loss are going to slowly but surely be falling away for the next 6 months? I need to see this card up close. What an interesting image. It's like this woman watching a TV show, and like the TV, it just is this very mysterious man, kind of like, I don't know. To me, it's like, can I trust this person? Like, why is he looking at that? Was he like a secret spy? And then she has this yellow bird right beside her who's looking at her like, almost like, hey, like there's joy over here. There's joy over here. There's like happiness over here. So where can you bring in more joy? Let's check these. And, you know, like with COVID even, there was a lot of grief that happened with people losing their jobs, people losing their relationships, all sorts of parts, you know. And I say losing, but even having to just step into a new way of doing it. So we have the 8 of Wands. I mean, it's technically in reverse if that means anything to you. I gotta think on that. This is what I've been trying to work on with my healing. Okay, and what's that exactly? Sorry, Dorothy, because I'm saying a lot of things and it might not be timed exactly what I'm saying. Let's do this bottom one. Oh yeah, there's definitely something going on with this grieving process. I'm just gonna turn it like this. Like maybe, so here, yeah. So we have the 5 of Cups, okay? And it's like a person who is clearly grieving and behind, like, because they spilt 3 cups, okay, of milk. It's not milk, it's probably like wine or something. But behind them, what's behind them? The 2 cups that are still standing. Like, why cry over spilt milk? And I'm not saying that to like diminish whatever losses have happened, because they can feel like daggers or, you know, like just things attacking you, okay, and that you can't stop it. It feels overwhelming. But it's like, can you allow those parts to just naturally, it's the grieving process, can you allow them to just, okay, spend the moment, grieve it, and then redirect your attention to what actually wants to be looked at. Just trying. And I think a huge part of this process of grieving is to acknowledge to what's lost. So I'm not saying to ignore, again, like I feel like I have to repeat those for some reason. Don't ignore the sadness. Feel the sadness. Look at it. What is it that you're missing? What do you wish was different? These are all parts of the shadow work. And then from there, turn the eyes or the gaze to that like joy, the yellow, the light. See ruin. So on Sue's, it was on its side, like kind of like that as well. So I'm kind of getting the sense with that of like that, yeah, something with the eye, like not wanting to see. So just calling the angels and the guides to help with clearing that space for you. Meditation on that place. Doing or using different oils or crystals to support the third eye so that you can see. Okay, there's something here about like your intuition where maybe it's been easier to just turn the blind eye. Okay, and if this is even possibly from like past life, I'm just asking that your dreamer can show you a bit more about that. Okay, so that might come up in ways as you continue on your weeks and the months to come. That's going to support you with learning more about yourself. If it's like past life regression or whatever the case might be, definitely tying in. There's something. Yeah, I feel like there's something. Here, just a minute. There's something from like these past experiences, whether it's past life lineage, like blood lineage, that is most likely playing a role here. But what a beautiful opportunity for you to transform that for yourself and for those around you. So yeah, doesn't have to be the sorrow all the time, Dorothy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. Whew. Okay. DMA. Let's get a card for you. Yeah. So anyone have any plans for the solstice? Any fun rituals or things planned? Events, festivals, gatherings? Standing in the sun? DMA. Ooh, that was just flying out there. Impartiality. It's like, this just like, that was kind of weird. It's like it like jumped out of the deck kind of, but like it was like, it flew out and then it yeah, like it didn't really want to be seen. That's how I want to say it. What is this card again? Someone holding 2 buckets of paint, walking around with what seems to be some type of like auric sort of field or veil around. Let's pull one more of these. So for DMA, if there's something, yeah, okay. Faith, yeah, okay. So maybe you've been walking around with this sense of like, meh, spirituality, meh, or my life, meh, what I'm doing, meh. Like, I feel like you're really being asked for the next 6 months to stop being so impartial, stop being content almost, stop being okay with the status quo. And can you have faith that there is like something really that spirit has been calling you towards? I mean, like, impartiality is okay in a world where there can be so much polarity of like, this is right or this is right. Like, of course, it's like okay to be neutral. Like, neutral, the state of neutrality is beneficial. I feel like every time you come on the cards, like, jump out. Okay. But there comes a time where we have to take a stance and we have to like be okay with wanting to expand a bit more. Okay. I'm not really sure if I have anything to say about this card, but I'm just going to show you this image, DMA, and you see what you get from this, of this individual holding the disc, wearing the disc on the head and stepping on the 2 discs. Whatever that shows up for you. It's almost like, oh my God, the cards. It's almost like with that card, what I'm seeing, how come there's a card all the way over there? That's weird. Okay, just a moment, folks. Oh, I'm so hilarious. Anyways, okay. Hi, Helena. Nice to have you here. So DMA, I guess what I wanted to say with this is real quick is it's interesting because it's like, here's this person, impartial almost, like saying they're impartial to a card or to the coins. And there they are, like basically coveting or holding the coin, like, oh my God. And also stepping on the coin like the coin is worthless. If I can say that it's worthless, that's kind of what energy I'm getting that. So it's like, it's just kind of like this confusing energy. We have the triple moon, embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly, which was kind of something that we talked about with when this card came up last time and the other reading. Was the whole concept of like the as above, so below, about being okay with the physical and the spiritual, that there's no real separation. So in terms of the triple moon, how can you really embrace all the parts of yourself instead of trying to separate or be impartial to spirituality and your physical reality? Well, that makes sense. I don't know. Let's see. Oh my God. Yes, Elena, if you'd like a card, you can let us know. Cards. I'm very confused about my spirituality. Okay, that's probably why the confusion. Yeah, okay. Well, I wish I could tell you how to not get confused, but let's see what the runes say. Tiwaz. And the message that came through as soon as this fell that I was seeing is like, where do you want it to be? What is your compass? What is your true north? Okay. Not based on what anyone else is saying or what other people are telling you or have told you to believe. Like, and I'm going to just encourage you to, and maybe there's something with the triple goddess energy that could be guiding and supportive for you. But like in this card, we have these 3 beings, like the 3 aspects almost of the divine. And then there's like this amethyst sort of rock. So you could use amethyst if you have amethyst crystal to support you with like gaining that insight for yourself. That would be something I would definitely encourage. And if you are into art or some form of creative like medium, maybe there's something there too that can support. You could literally, before starting like a painting, be like, I want to gain a deeper understanding of my spirituality. Like, and even me just saying that, it's like, well, the painting would be like the spirituality. Do you know what I mean? Like, what is spirituality? What is faith? The evidence of things not seen. What is it that you believe in so much that that even when you cannot see it, you know that that's the direction that you're moving towards. So just setting you the symbol, that direction of the compass for you to have the clarity, even when you don't know where you're going. And that compass, that true north for you, DMA, can be clarified each moment. Because I can tell you, it's not the clarity is not going to come from the material necessarily. Okay, it's going to go from, again, the faith comes from things not seen. Not saying material is bad, but it's just saying that, okay, there's something else. What does it feel like for you? I've been wanting to paint clouds. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. There'll be something, I'm sure, that comes from that wonderful experiment. This is how art therapy, all these fun things work, right? It just unlocks it, like gets us into a place of like different brainwave state. And then from there, these realizations can come through, whether in the moment or after the fact. So yes, I hope, yes. Yeah. Thank you for being here again, DMA. Yeah. A lot of outdoor time. Yeah, totally. Yeah, being outdoors can be helpful too. Like, connect us to what we really truly feel or need. Whew. Okay. Blue Rose Energy. Hello. Okay, we'll do you, Andrew. And then Elena as well. So that's 3 I have. Blue Rose. Let's see. The solstice. Okay, here we go. Ooh, creation. Oh, there we go. One of the cards just really jump out for some folks. Oh, and we have faith again, and it's in reverse, if that matters. It doesn't really matter to me, but. So, do you have faith in what it is that you wish to create? Hi, Willow Tree. What am I seeing here? I think the main thing that I am actually seeing with these two cards kind of popping out is like the old, like, you know, the concept of faith from Christianity or like kind of colonialism or whatever. And then like this indigenous form of creation story, the old way of, and really what this is like animism. So knowing that every living creature, every object basically like in nature has a soul, has a spirit to it, and connecting to it. Okay. There's something there I'm feeling for you, Blue Rose, about reconnecting to that aspect of your ancestry or your life that's going to help you with creating what it is that you feel called to create. Because maybe some like other beliefs that have been more modern have been kind of hindering to you. Maybe they seem like they're blocking the path. They're not really blocking the path. We have the star. And this to me is like a perfect image of the creation story. Like, I mean, it's just my thoughts. You have like this beautiful being in nature, fully in the nude, even like before, that would have been before. Excuse me. Before the realization of the dogmatic religious stuff, so to speak. It's like the pure essence of, and that star, that guiding light of the ancestors, of the grandfathers. Something about the grandfather energy here coming through. So if that's some way in which you can connect to what it is that wants to be created, to rebuilding your faith. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my goodness. I have a few different cards here that I'm just gonna. We have the time to shine. Creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. So it's your time to shine. Thinking of you almost as that triangle beaming out that light again. Boom. We have the triple spiral, listening to the divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. The powerful energy of the spiral. Again, I'm seeing something with the 3 beings on the path here as like different representations of the one. You know, Holy Spirit, Father and the Son, or the Holy Mother, the Father, the Son, or the child, or like the Maiden, Mother, Crone. Like it's all these triple energies. Oops. And then we have safe and happy travel, protection from harm when journeying. Oh, it's interesting. Again, the star, the guiding light. So if you are traveling, actually, great, do it. Know that you'll be safe. And then also traveling in the astral realm, traveling in the spiritual realm. If you are finding you're being called to explore that, just know that you'll be safe. That's also kind of like this. I don't know why the symbol's coming out now, but there's something about tapping into symbols and ways to support ourselves with where we're going. There's different techniques and stuff. So trust that you'll be finding those. It's going to help you to create and bring forth whatever it is you're being called to create and deepen those ancestral connections. Okay. This is where my questions lie. I trust it will come through the 3s. Okay. Spiral. Yes. Astral nightly. Okay. Yeah, so what you can set intention to where you're going to go astrally, like setting intention as to what you would like to pull from the astral dream world. If you didn't already know this, in case you do know this, but just sharing that. And then we have X. X marks the spot, Gabo. It's like your contract. Yeah, I feel like the X marks the spot where, like on a treasure map, where are you going? Where is it that you would like to bring forth? And everything I'm seeing here is like that central point. So you as a central point going out into all the directions and knowing that you do have certain contracts that have been made, like soul contracts that kind of have to happen. And that's okay. You still get like a free will of choice in so many other aspects of how it can play out. The path feels like it's just beginning. Yeah, I could definitely. I think that makes sense for sure, especially these next 6 months. You can ask the dreamer, okay, what is it that wants to be created, and it can show you in those astral visions or travels. That's like the higher version, the high self or whatever, higher self, the true essence of you. Yeah, but there's something about the grandfather star energy here that's standing out to me, that can connect to this aspect of the creation, like in the ancestral lineage. So that makes sense. Sometimes seriously, I don't know. Oh, okay. Thanks for being here, Blue Rose. Okay, I think next we have Andrew. And then Elena, I believe, wanted a card. And then Willow Tree. So Andrew. Okay. Let's do this. Next 6 months. I like to put a lot of cards. Oh my gosh. That's kind of weird. What do we even have here? We got the 8 of Cups. We have the 10 of Pentacles or discs. And we have the 6 of Swords. So let me see if I can hold this in a little bit. I'm not sure if it's in the correct orders for you all, but Andrew, these are the cards that showed up. Very fast. I don't even know if I really ever pulled these 2 cards before. But like I'm really seeing this like walking away, in the sense of not giving over like too much attention to what is. And I think that's because you're like gathering something. So like maybe this trip out to like really nurture like family connections or family wounds, inner child stuff, the relationship with parents. I think That's important. So if that's something that's showing up for you, Andrew, like just knowing that it's going to be able to bring this cup home, like the emotionality that maybe you feel like is missing or something about it needs to shift. And the fact that now you have like the physical capability and need resources or whatever that word might be to now do this part. And it might seem like you're toiling. Oh my god, toiling. I don't know. Sometimes words are weird for me. But it's going to be so beneficial, you know, as you you've you're stepping over that hump. So trust the process and that flow. Let's just get this chakra card here. And I have to plug my computer in, so forgive me as it jumps. If it jumps, and maybe it won't. Maybe it will. Each of these cards. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. The Emperor card fell down on the floor. I'm just going to speak, Andrew. But we have quest. So you're definitely on a quest to connect. Yeah, there's something about the mother and the child wound here, Andrew. So just encouraging you. Can you be willing to do that? And very well, Pat. I don't think I've ever pulled this card either. We've got like two different aspects of this card. Like here's this wise woman, like the mother, maybe in the elderly years. And so even if your mother has passed away, you can still do this work, so to speak. Where it's like, well, in the past, it was like one way, but now in the future, it can be a different way. Like the relationship, the views of the relationship, the ways that you perceive how she did life. Yeah, that's basically what that's saying. I don't know say anything more. You're going to come out like a king because the Emperor is just like jumped out, which I think came out for you last time. So let's just get a rune. A quest. Ooh, seeing it as a quest can be, I think, a really beneficial thing. So we have the sun, or Soelo, the sun, which I find interesting because I like with the Emperor coming out, like that is Aries fire. So whether or not like this woman even is a fire sign, I don't even know what all the fire signs are. What are they? Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, I think. Is it 3 or is there 4? Whatever. This felt like this. So just know, like, okay, again, people aren't always the same way that they are. Okay, they can change. The harshness of fire can like settle. Have the courage to look at that. Okay, to have those conversations with mother, whether physically alive or in some form astrally, energetically, or through prayer. And you might be surprised as to how her energy is now. Okay, Andrew? Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. For sure. Yeah, do what you will with this, man. Although I just talked. Okay, Elena. Ooh, we're just having deja vu. That was interesting. Let's get the cards for you. Hope I'm saying your name correctly. Oh, better scroll down, otherwise I miss what's being said. We have the Knight of Swords. Riding off into battle. Ooh, another card I don't think I've really ever seen in here. We have the Six of Cups. I don't usually use this Rider deck tarot, just by the way. The past 4 months have felt like an incredible quest. Well, quest for healing. Oh, it's fun, isn't it? What do I see in this card, Elena? It's almost like I'm getting the energy of like the knight in shining armor, rescuing the damsel, providing for them. So if that's an energy that's been coming towards you or in your life. How are you feeling about it? So I'm just going to put that there. I'm a Reiki healer. Cool. What's this referencing? Chakra cards for the next 6 months. Do you all see that? Sometimes the cards like literally levitate. It's crazy. Okay. So there's something about the self-worth that's really going to be showing up in the next 6 months. And you've probably already been doing this work anyway. So congratulations. There's another 6 months of that shit. But like, yeah, like I'm just being seen like about your ability to be gifted. Okay. Like to receive gifts is what I'm saying here. And you've been busy maybe doing your work. If you are working as like a Reiki healer, doing some form of like supporting or light, it's like that's all fun and great. Now can you receive? Okay. Can you let other people gift to you? And yeah, I feel like it's going to really be taught this by this masculine energy, whether that's a partner or who that is. Like, yeah. So 2 cards, perseverance, because that kind of came out. So we'll just keep that. And then this one, breaking bad habits. Maybe you've been trying to break the habits of like the challenges with self-worth. It can be a challenge. I hear that. And it can seem like we're constantly going through the same shit. So persevere, okay? Having the motivation to keep going despite the odds. And then we have this breaking the bad habits. So just thinking of this card, looking at the symbol, can you just breathe that in and know that self-acceptance, excellence? I can't read what the other thing is. Mental health and letting go of vices. Trusting that you can receive the support to gain your a sense of self-worth, to receive from others the abundance and the prosperity that is yours. So even from like clients, if that's work that you do, breaking the bad habits of not receiving from people, you know, like, and I don't know if you ever heard of the phrase of like energetic debt. This is something my Reiki teacher taught us, was like, you know, it's great to give sessions for free or to do this work, but like you have to receive something. Otherwise, you're kind of like keeping people tied and owed to you, which isn't really doing them a favor. We have Isa. So just breaking any blocks where you've maybe felt stagnant in the energy around your self-worth. It's interesting because it's ice and they have the ice here in this image. So just melting away any ice or any like frozenness that might be around your sacral chakra, around your ability to receive, to be in the flow of life, knowing that we still need that stuckness is just like another form of flow. Like, you know, like the water element can be ice. It could be a gaseous state. So just sending that energy of Isa your way. Elena. Yeah, that's going to be a fun part. So where can you receive in the weeks, months to come? Allow yourself to receive. Know that you are worthy to receive. And give gratitude for what you do receive, and that it's okay to ask for receiving what you want to receive. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Oh my goodness, my mouse does not want to work there now. Okay, Willow Tree, I think you were next. Yeah, sweet. We'll do you, and then I appreciate everyone being here again. If you're new, I have some new folks being here. Thank you for tuning in. You can subscribe so that you're updated on like when we do the next ones. We tend to do these on Mondays. Next week, Monday, I have it scheduled already at 3:30 Mountain Standard Time. So it'd be great to have you tune in. And to those of you coming back, I appreciate your support as always. And if you are curious about more of the work I do, obviously check out the other videos. You can check out my website too, deepmindsquared.com. You can learn a little bit about me if you care. Willow Tree. And, okay. What was that card? And yeah, it's great to connect with you all. So Willow Tree, we have trickery. All right. And we have expansion. Again, this card coming out, the expansiveness of spirit and what is sourcing all of that. And what I'm seeing between the differences of this card is maybe like in the past, it's been like, oh, you can't trust people. People are trying to take from you. They will do whatever it takes to get yours. Like, what is yours? But what if that's actually false? What if there's actually expansion that's always happening in life? And that when something is taken away, or if there's some type of rejection or a loss of something, it's like it's not for you. Maybe in the past too, you've had these things happen and it's just been like, you know, confirmation after confirmation of not greatness happening in life and that distrust in life or of others. Yeah. But I'm feeling like now is the time to lift off the veil of that deception. So that was one end of the polarity. Now you get to experience the other end of the polarity. We have the Seven of Cups here, which it's funny. It's like this idea that like, oh my gosh, I need I'm seeing like, I need that big nut. Whereas like the squirrel's got this whole thing of nuts here. Oh my gosh, I need to know all the things that are happening. And I've got all these cups filled of awesome things, but I need to know what's underneath this cup. It's like that deception again of like being focused on like the thing that you don't have or you can't see. Okay. A loss, maybe lots of rejection. I want to stop taking it personally. Yeah. Yeah. It can be hard to be okay with that. You know, so talking to the inner child, all the times in those rejections happened as a young child, it's happening again so that you can look at it and explore that past experience. Especially if it's like in relationship or if it was a toy, like you weren't allowed to play with a toy, like it could be a whole wide range of experiences as a youth. But there's so much more out there. Oh my goodness. You know? So can you allow yourself to just be with what is and know that the things that maybe are concealing themselves from your vision, if they are meant for you, Willow Tree, then they will come. Okay. We have the triple goddess, or the triple, I don't want to call it triple goddess, triple moon, embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly. And then we have the gold sun. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. So maybe if you think it's like lost, yeah, I just hope you know that there's like big, great awesomeness for you in this world. And this, I'm seeing the polarity, like the sun and the moon. The only reason we see the moon is because of the sun. Like, you know, otherwise it's just the darkness of it. And it's interesting because this is in this, just with the two on the other side, these kind of like wings of the moon, of the intuition, of the feminine. I feel like I was going to say something and it's completely gone. So I apologize if this seems disjointed at this point, but there was something I was going to say about this idea of the rejection and the covered cup. Well, let's get a rune. Guess it wasn't meant to be. I told myself the moon gets its light from the sun. Yeah. So, and I think that's just really highlighting the polarity of like life experience. Okay. So what can you see about the rejection or the no's in your life that were actually yeses? And I think if you can sit with that too and like just re-examine it, that could be really supportive. And so Kenaz on the side, this is like the torch, it's knowledge, it's knowing, it's like this shining up to the sky. I think you're really being encouraged to look at spirit here, okay? So all those times where the rejection came, or if it is to come, because I mean, we all will go through rejection in some form till we die. Can you look to spirit? Can you look to the sun? Maybe not actually look at the sun because that could hurt your eyes, but like, look to the light that you are. Shine your attention and your seeking of deeper, expansive knowledge and understanding to spirit. Okay, spirit's going to, and then that also is kind of tying in with this card. This is kind of, I think, what I wanted to say before. We just needed to have that ruin. Is the fact that with this card, it's like we can have all the illusions of all the other pretty things going on, but it's like there's something we can't see. And if we can avoid the illusions of all these items, we could have something really quite awesome. Okay. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1 sort of card. Yeah. Thanks, DMA, for being here. Yeah. Happy solstice. Anyways, I hope that makes sense, Willow Tree. I don't know what else I have to say about that. But thank you all for being here. Yeah, and so just holding you all up, those who have watched live or not, to, as you enter into this solstice, as you enter into this next 6 months of the year, spending some time, with the parts that showed up for you today, but also just tuning into the fact that you are that light, you are that beam, like going out into the world. What is it that you would like to create? What would you like to see kind of play out in the next 6 months? You can meditate on that, do ritual on it, and just really get a sense of that connection to yourself and to spirit, the divine, God, universe, whatever you want to call it. And then trusting that like everything will come together for you in the next several months, as it always has been. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks, Andrew. Yes, Willow Tree. All you people, you make this fun for me, obviously. So I just send you so much love. May you feel that connection in your day-to-day life. And yeah, until next time. Okay, take care.